I'll be talking about football today. Kind of fitting, I think. Um, for those of you that were here, as Dallas mentioned last week, I participated in the sport of football every year at Marshall High School. But to fully understand the impact that football had on my life, we must take a trip back to 3rd grade. It was a fall day, and I was playing hide and go seek with a few friends. And out of nowhere, this kid walks up to me that I have never talked to or even seen before. He explained to me that one of his friends were homesick, and they needed an extra player to have their daily dose of two-hand touch football. So me, being the kid that could never say no, played and had a lot of fun, and what I thought was the right way to play football, which obviously wasn't. And after that day, I figured I could go back to hide and go seek and never have to worry about playing football again. I thought wrong, because sure enough, that same kid came back the next day and said that they needed me to come play. And the same cycle repeated itself for about a month until I realized I should probably just go over there right away instead of having him come hunt me down. In case you haven't guessed it yet, that kid from recess that wouldn't leave me alone and never stopped asking me to play football was none other than Jefferson Lee. The same kid that 9 years later would be the running back that I got the chance to block for every Friday night. You see, unless you are a part of the football team, you might not know that the level of stubbornness, determination, and accountability you got from Jefferson didn't stay the same, but only got bigger over the years. Whether he was pointing at every defender on the field while running the ball, trying to find the perfect ponytail for his hair, or spending 2 hours of every day attempting to catch balls on the jugs machine. Now, although I could tell stories about Jefferson all day long, he was just a piece to the puzzle. That puzzle, when finished, was 30-4 in 3 years of varsity football, never lost a single home game in those 3 years, and also outscored our opponents in a total of 1,599 to 432. If you look back before our varsity years, the success had already begun to unfold, with our grade of now seniors losing 4 games and tying 1, from 7th grade all the way through 9th. Although our success and talent on the field began to grow in 7th grade, so did our relationships off the field, as a group of fairly different kids started to get to know each other, and came together for the sport that we all love to play. And I am also almost 100% sure that if you were to ask any of us what we remembered most from our days back in middle school football, it would be the terrifying feeling you felt when you saw Coach Beekman's moped pull up on the curb for practice. Shortly after, we left middle school for a fresh start at the high school, where every player was promised their fair share of county fairs and cornfields. It was here that our team began to figure out that we not only could play well together, but dominate together. With every win came the sweetest feeling, and that not only made our team look good on paper, but helped us grow closer as a team. Whether we would run the patented auto center sneak at practice, or let Casey run a few routes here and there, we always found a way to have fun and win while doing it. It is this type of feeling that I will miss more than anything next year, as we go our separate ways and never participate in another tackling circuit again. Some might wonder why I would miss this most, because although it is a blast to play a game, win or lose, that doesn't matter. It's the memories that we will hold on to forever. Like when Blaze was dying for an apple when we were at team camp, when Casey was crowned the best blocking tight end in Southwest Minnesota, or even the St. Peter Mud Bowl. We will constantly be reminded that Fisher Farms believes that rain makes corn, Coach Jepson doesn't believe in the cold, and no matter what, we must strip the ball from the ball carrier. Seniors, this year, we watched a movie titled The Express, about a young man named Ernie Davis, who despite his talent on the football field and the changes he made for the game of football, had his time cut short due to cancer. I now see our lives similar to Ernie Davis's, and how we had success and changed the face of Marshall football forever. But now we must walk away from a game that very well became our lives over the years. You see, they say that an athlete dies 2 deaths, one when the person physically dies, and the other when they hang up the cleats, or in our case, take off their shoulder pads for the last time. I know that right now, some of us may enjoy the free time we are given every day without practice. But what about 20 to 30 years from now? We will be sitting on a metal bench somewhere, probably in a group, watching our kids play football, either together or against each other. While we watch this game, we'll talk about our days as a Tiger, our days about chanting about how blood makes the grass grow, and our days as a team, almost like they were yesterday. So I would like to finish today with one last reminder for the seniors, that it is a great day to be a Tiger, and that we are Marshall. Thank you.